Hey everybody, it is July 8th, 2021. It's been about 3 weeks since I did my last garden video update, so it is long overdue. Had a couple trips to Florida. So here, the tomatoes are growing. This particular plant is the bigger tomato plant. As you can see, tomatoes are of a bigger variety. See if you can get through those leaves there. So they've got a couple here that are growing. That one's pretty good. While this particular tomato plant is of a smaller tomato variety. Got tomatoes growing there, a couple bunches there, and some here. I moved these tomato plants against the side of the house because they keep catching the wind. What I need to do is repot them in heavier pots, and I need to go ahead and put the supports around them. Here, these green beans have been producing, which is excellent. I've actually learned how to cook one recipe of green beans. Looks like they're going through a stage of revitalization. Again, we were away for a couple weeks, so I had somebody come out and water. But as a gardener knows, plants that are fruit bearing or growing vegetables, they need more than just water. They need tender love and affection. No, they just need a little bit more. So now that I'm back, these are being revitalized. There are a couple string beans on here, but as you can see, the flowers are blooming, and that's where more green beans will grow. They look a little wilted because it's warm and humid today, but the marigold and the zinnia have some of those planted out front as well. The spinach heads are coming along well. They're just growing. That looks like a softball size. Now it's a baseball size at this point in time, which is cool. Just gotta make sure we figure out how we're gonna utilize them this season. Now the peppers, pretty sure this is a multicolored variety of peppers because the couple that have come through are dark in color. There's actually a green one here. Get through the leaves. There's a green one. And same for over here. Got a few darker bell peppers growing. And the flowers are, I'm sure, being pollinated by the wind. And here's a green one growing. So that'll be cool to see in a few weeks. More flowers. Probably the plant that suffered the most from our absence is the cucumbers. So basically I've had to prune a lot and water and just try to take care of it to revitalize it. There are a couple of cucumbers growing here, and these are actually two different varieties of cucumber plants. The one on the left is a bigger variety, the one on the right is a smaller variety, and the one on the right actually is growing a lot, at least on one of the vines. Like this particular vine has several growing that you can see, and I just need to cross-pollinate them when I see the male and female flowers and keep going from there. Over here we have the potatoes in buckets. It's a project that is very interesting. Basically all this green growth, from what the farmers are telling me, all this green growth has to die off and look really, really bad to indicate that the potatoes are actually ready to be unearthed. So no wonder. Potatoes are easy to grow and they've been around for a long time. So we just got to keep watering and we'll go from there. So here's the very interesting and very large plants in our garden, the sunflowers. And this is our first season growing them, so we're learning. I'm learning. The biggest head that we have, you can see it's literally drooping over, is here. And I wonder how much focus the camera can pick up on. How much detail should I say? There we go. So this is what those pre-sunflower seeds look like, or developing sunflower seeds look like. Very, very interesting, very intricate, very, very unique looking, almost alien looking. But you can see the formulation of them in there. Very cool. It's very cool to see the bees roaming around and doing their thing. I'm pretty sure they're helping pollinate the plant as well. So we have 3 total sunflower blooms right now. What is interesting is because I planted in a very small plot of land, as you can see there, they're all competing essentially for nutrients and water, depth and space for their roots. So what I've observed is that these 2 that are up front, that are bloomed, one that's up there and the one that's sagging down, they're pretty much they have the same size stalk or stem, and you can see obviously the heads are almost the same size as well. So they've received what they needed to receive. It's interesting, this one here, it's the tallest one, but either the head hasn't bloomed yet or it's not going to bloom, and I'll have to do more research on that. And unfortunately, this one here has the skinniest stalk or stem, and it actually collapsed the other day. I'm pretty sure it is dying. As you can see, this, it looks very sad. It looks very sad. And that's okay. It's all learning. The corn stalks are here. Can't forget about the corn. We harvested 1 good cob. There are a couple smaller cobs growing. There's one there, as you can see. There's a couple small ones there at the bottom. And there's one there. However, I don't think that they were pollinated correctly. Really, the pollen is gone from these. As you can see, the pollen, where the pollen actually comes from, that's gone. So I don't think they were pollinated, so I don't really think that they will develop that well at all. And that's okay. First year or first season growing corn as well. Well, this is the garden, and this is another update video. Until next time.